U-LINC makes workflow virtually anytime and anywhere for Microsoft Dynamics GP a reality. U-LINC works seamlessly across and within your existing Microsoft Dynamics GP system, including third-party and ISV products, and does this without changing the way your organization does business, because it is flexible, matching workflow to your business process instead of the other way around. It is easy to set up, use, and maintain, and leverages technology you already use. This results in a significant improvement of your organizational performance. U-LINC integrates with Microsoft SQL Server, Microsoft SharePoint 2010 or Microsoft SharePoint Foundations 2010, and Microsoft Dynamics GP to provide a workflow solution virtually anytime and anywhere. Today, I'm going to introduce you to 4 people with different roles in our organization. We will start with Wilbur and Angie. Wilbur is the accounting assistant. Wilbur processes and reconciles a wide variety of accounting documents, enters and maintains records, and prepares reports. Angie is the accounting manager. Angie is responsible for all areas relating to financial reporting. She supervises Wilbur and approves a variety of accounting tasks. In Scenario 1, General Ledger Account Created, Wilbur will create a new General Ledger account with accompanying details in the Account Maintenance window of Microsoft Dynamics GP, and then will save the record. Angie will receive an email notification that an account has been created, along with information about the account. Wilbur will be adding a General Ledger account to the Account Maintenance record. Wilbur selects the shortcut to the Account Maintenance window. Wilbur adds a General Ledger account to the Account Maintenance window and selects the Save button. U-LINC automatically generates the email and sends it to Angie when Wilbur saves the record. In her inbox, Angie receives a notification of a GL account that has been created. She opens the email to review all the relevant information, such as the account number that has been added, the account category, and the user who created the account. The user may add additional data to the email based upon their business rules. This is the end of Scenario 1. In our next scenario, we will discuss vendor maintenance approval. We are going to meet 2 more people in the organization, Jeff and Dan. Jeff is the purchasing assistant. He is responsible for processing purchasing documents and maintaining vendor information. Dan is the purchasing manager. Dan oversees the purchasing department and approves changes to vendor accounts. In Scenario 2, vendor maintenance approval, Jeff will recall a vendor maintenance record, modify the record, and save the record. He will then recall the record and notice it is now in workflow. He then attempts to remodify the record. Dan will receive an email notification of Jeff's change, review the notification and associated task assigned to him, and then approve the change. Jeff modifies a vendor to have special pricing. Jeff selects the shortcut to the vendor maintenance window. Jeff notes there is no workflow information available for Beaumont Construction. Since U-LINC offers the flexibility to add workflow to any field, including a user-defined field, Jeff enters Special Pricing Eligible in the Comment 1 field to reflect the vendor's preferred status, and then selects Save. U-LINC automatically emails Jeff the vendor special pricing approval notification. Jeff opens the email and sees the change to Beaumont Construction has been submitted to D. Cominos for approval. Since the U-LINC software is new to the organization, Jeff selects the shortcut to the vendor maintenance window to verify the workflow is running. Jeff is not sure if he can change the Comment 1 field. He attempts to change the Comment 1 field from Special Pricing Eligible to Does Not Apply. When he tabs out of the field or tries to select Save, U-LINC prompts a warning. This status is still being approved. Try again later. Jeff selects OK and notes the Comment 1 field is set back to Special Pricing Eligible. Jeff selects the Save button and waits for the automatic notification from U-LINC that Dan approved the special pricing. U-LINC automatically sent Dan an email when Jeff selected Save on the vendor maintenance record. Dan is notified of Jeff's change to the vendor and is asked to approve the change. In Dan's inbox, he opens the vendor special pricing approval for Beaumont Construction, and he notes J Block changed Beaumont Construction to special pricing eligible. He simply selects the Click Here link. He then selects the vendor special pricing approval from the workflow window to approve Jeff's change. Dan reviews the workflow task and approves the special pricing eligible for Beaumont Construction. U-LINC automatically sends Jeff a notification email that Dan approved the special pricing change for the vendor. From Jeff's inbox, he opens the email notifying him that Dan approved the special pricing for Beaumont Construction. To verify there are no running workflows for Beaumont Construction, Jeff selects the vendor maintenance shortcut from the purchasing page. He notes no running workflows. This is the end of Scenario 2. Next, we will be discussing Scenario 3, obtaining missing vendor tax ID. We will continue to work with Jeff and Dan. We will also meet Harlan, the CFO for Beaumont Construction. In Scenario 3, obtain missing vendor tax ID, Jeff will create a vendor invoice, save and post the invoice. Dan will receive notification that the vendor is missing a tax ID. Obtain the tax ID number from the vendor. Enter and submit the tax ID number via U-LINC workflow and receive a confirmation email. Harlan will receive a notification that Fabricam needs the tax ID for Beaumont Construction. Jeff will post an invoice for Beaumont Construction. Jeff selects the transaction entry shortcut from the purchasing homepage. Jeff creates the purchasing transaction and enters $902 for the 1099 amount and selects Save. U-LINC has been configured to initiate workflow if the year-to-date 1099 amount exceeds $600 and if the vendor has no tax ID number on file. Since both conditions are met, U-LINC will start the workflow. U-LINC automatically sends Dan a notification email informing him of the missing tax ID number and that an email has been sent to the vendor requesting the tax ID. From Dan's inbox, he opens the vendor tax ID required email and notes U-LINC sent an email to the vendor requesting the tax ID. U-LINC automatically sent Harlan Adams, CFO of Beaumont Construction, an email from Fabricam Inc. U-LINC was configured to use the email address assigned to the vendor record within Microsoft Dynamics GP. From Harlan's inbox, he opens the vendor tax ID required email and sees Fabricam is requesting Beaumont Construction's tax ID number. Harlan provides Dan with the tax ID number. U-LINC could also be used to attach documents and forms to emails, such as a W-9. Dan receives the tax ID number from Beaumont Construction. Dan simply opens the email, vendor tax ID required, and selects the Click Here link. Dan selects the vendor tax ID link from the workflow window to enter the tax ID number. Dan enters the vendor tax ID number and selects Complete Task. U-LINC automatically updates Microsoft Dynamics GP with the vendor tax ID number. Dan wants to confirm the vendor maintenance option record has the tax ID number for Beaumont Construction. Dan selects the vendor shortcut from the purchasing homepage. He selects the Options button from the vendor maintenance record and then reviews the tax ID for the vendor. This is the end of Scenario 3. U-LINC provides workflow virtually anywhere and anytime within Microsoft Dynamics GP. U-LINC works seamlessly across and within your existing Microsoft Dynamics GP system, including third-party and ISV products, and does this without changing the way your organization does business, because it is flexible, matching workflow to your business process instead of the other way around. It is easy to set up, use, and maintain, and leverages technology you already use. All this results in a significant improvement of your organizational performance.